Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So, in today's video, we will be doing the review for the DNA Design upgrade kit for Studio Series Devastator. So, here's the front. DK-20 starter kit. DK-20. Everything that the kit comes with regarding one piece, I think. The DK-20 bottom. Labels, things, top, more the same thing. So that's really it for the packaging. So let's open this up and get everything out of the packaging. So this is everything you can get in the upgrade kit. The instruction manual, which we don't need. I will be your instruction manual. I just put all the other pieces that don't go in this clamshell in a plastic bag, which is the tubes, the neck joint, and all the other little pieces. And then in this piece we have the bigger pieces, which is the shoulder, the head, and chest, the different shoulder pieces, and the Vortex Grinder, to put it sideways because of the box. But yeah, so let's get everything out of the clamshell. Let's get everything out of the clamshell. So here are all of the contents you get in the upgrade kit, which is the chest piece, which looks quite nice. The headpiece, which is my absolute favorite, and I don't mind. The others I like, it makes the figure look better, but this is just my absolute favorite. I could have gotten this piece on its own and I would have been happy. Then the shoulder pieces, which are the other one is just mirrored, which is with some little rocket launchers, which do swivel, which look quite nice. The shoulder pieces, which look quite nice. Actually, this was to go this way, but the shoulder pieces, which look quite nice. And we'll just replace this one too. They're very squeaky. It's very annoying. And then the cannon for Mixmaster, which I will show how to implement that soon. The neck joint, which can't hinge here. Then the screws, 2 little screws, which you use to attach the tubes to these pieces. And speaking of the tubes, I'll show one in detail. It's just all black plastic, and it is quite flexible, which is nice. And then the enemy scrotum, which I think is quite funny. And as you can tell, if you didn't pre-order this kit, you did not get these 3 pieces. These were first production edition pieces, and I am very glad that I got them. So I think this is just quite funny. So yeah. So the 3 figures you will need is Scavenger, Mixmaster, and Overload. So let me get them out and show you how to implement all of this. So the pieces you use for Mixmaster is obviously the headpiece, which we'll use when we get him in combined mode, but what I was going to demonstrate is how to implement the cannon onto Mixmaster himself. So what you do is, it's easier to just fold the arms down and take this piece off, and then you can just see these little tabs right there. We'll just accompany the blaster like this, and you really just slide this onto that on both sides, and it's quite difficult to get. It's very fiddly. So just trying to get that on there. It's quite difficult. It's very I'm just gonna cut to the part where I get it on Mixmaster. Okay, so I got it on there, and it is just kind of slides, but to keep it locked in place, you can kind of just close the mouth. And keep it there, and then just sliding this piece back on, as we know how it goes. So there we have him with his cannon on. So then we kind of just can situate him like so. I forgot how the manual said to do it, but you kind of just like that, kind of. You kind of just is firing the cannon. Kind of just like position him how you want. And there he is in his cannon alt mode. So yeah. And by the way, I am not going over how to store all of the pieces in vehicle mode because I personally don't like it, and it does go over it in the instruction manual. So if you want to know how to do that, you can refer to the manual. I am just not a fan of how it looks or the point of it, because I mean, you have the pieces like this. Like, how are you going really to like fold that? I hope you get what I'm trying to say, because I am not making any sense right now. So let's just get Mixmaster in his combined form to attach the headpiece. So here you have Devastator in his combined form, and what we want to do to prepare him to be combined with the rest of the upgrade kit is you just untap the legs, and then remove this, and then fold face forward, and disengage this, and fold that out. This is all preparation to combine him with the rest of the upgrade kit. So, and then taking this piece, you want to take this and these, and this part just hooks and just clips around the little screw area, and you just kind of snap that on like that, and it just can move up and down, and then you can reattach the piece to the neck, and then this just slides over it, and these pieces fold down and underneath these like so, and then this folds up in these tabs pegging to the sides, and there's a clip right there that pegs into this like so. And we have Devastator and with the headpiece, and you can move these up and down to your liking. I usually just leave them down like that. Then these pieces can move out a little bit for when he's just eating the entire desert. But yeah, so there is that. So Mixmaster is done, so let's move on to Scavenger. So with Scavenger, you take the majority of the pieces and just implement them on him. You take these shoulder pieces and they peg on these 3 tabs, peg into these 3 screw slots, which I think is quite smart actually, and they all just get like right there. That bolts up the arm a lot, which I do like. And then same thing on the other side, just like so. Once you get them all aligned, it just slides on. So they have these shoulders beefed up a lot. And then we'll take these pieces and to finish assembling these, you take the tubes, and there's a hole right there that pegs on this, and then these screws, you do get screws with it, which just to keep that intact, but I take this apart so much where I don't do it. Also, I did try, it was very much a pain, so And then what you do is you can take these tabs and peg them into these slots right there. And then this clip hooks over on that side, just like so. Just slide that in and push that down, and it will should lock in place like that. You should hear a very loud snap. Don't worry, it doesn't break. It's just that clicking into place. And then you take the tube, and there's a tab that pegs into a slot right there. That slot right there, and it just bends over and pegs in, and then this just folds over the tubes like that. Same thing for the other side. Peg on the tubes to the shoulder flap, and then peg the piece on to the shoulder, and then take the peg and slide it into the port and just situate the flap. So he does take a lot of the pieces. I think it's quite cool. And then the next piece is, so with this piece, make sure you have the gap on the bottom for when you attach Mixmaster, because it slides in like that, not like this, because I did that on accident and I had to redo it. It was very annoying. So make sure the gap is facing the tire like this. Then you just clip this piece on like that. And then there you have the neck joint. And then we'll take these little circle pieces. Focus. Camera. Come on. Little circle pieces. And these just tab into these holes on the side of the figure. Right here. You just peg in here. And no, you don't have to. Some of these pieces you can leave on during most of the all modes for Scavenger, but I choose just to take them off because I like just how he looks normal. Then this piece does peg onto these via the little tabs that are on there. Also slots in the wheels, but I like to do that once I get Mixmaster on there to make sure I have it aligned correctly. And then if you open up the shoulder, you can see this red piece, which is only for Scavenger in his robot mode. And it is a little connector for this. I'm pretty sure I've never used it. They also fall out all the time. But there's one tab that is slightly bigger than the other. If you can see, I would focus, but my hands are full at the moment. But there's one tab that is slightly bigger than the other, and the top gap is slightly bigger than the bottom one. So this piece just pegs in like that, and you can just leave it there and basically do what I do and just forget about it. It just pegs in there, but mine already just pops out. So I don't use these because I never have the need for these pieces, but if you do and you like to, feel free to use these. But I just put them off to the side because I don't personally, like I said, do not use them. I think they're a great addition to the set. You can use them in different modes, but I don't. So I don't intend on using it. And then finally, the biggest piece in this set is the actual Vortex Grinder. And this centerpiece just does spin, which is great for stop motion and just cool playability. You can have it grinding, spinning as you grind up Autobots and whatnot. So you just spin it around. There are these 4 large ports, which will peg onto these 4 large tabs. And these 2 5mm ports are for the vehicle mold storage. But like I said, I will not be going over them personally. So yeah. And here we have, now that's pretty much it, other than this piece, but I'm doing this piece later in the video. So yeah, that's basically it for Scavenger, and he gets really beefed up, and I think it's really cool, because he was not one of my favorite figures, but now he is because of how beefed up and awesome he looks after you add everything. So now that we're done with that, the final attachments in the upgrade kit is for Overlord Overload. So let's do that. So the pieces for Overload is the chest piece, and then the enemy scrotum, and so to install these, you just take the enemy scrotum, and there's a tab and pegged into where you tap in the little tail section that folds out of this. So this is utilized to tab this and tab that tab in robot mode. So they just used it for the combined form, and that it should just peg in like so. Then you have the enemy scrotum, and then you take this piece, and you see the two tabs were pegged in there. These two tabs peg right there, which hold it on Overload, and then there's this clip pegged onto the bar. And if I am going to be completely honest, this is my least favorite piece. It's very difficult to actually try and use, and I can never get it to stay. Especially when I have a Devastator on all fours, this piece does not like to stay, but it works perfectly fine when he stands on two legs. But other than that, it does not like to stay on that well. Well, maybe it will now. I don't know. So yeah, that's it for Overload. So let's bring in Mixmaster and Scavenger. So Scavenger and Overload combine in the same way. This big big section just slides in there, but I will wait to do that in the end, because the little bit more complex part is with Mixmaster and Scavenger. So what you need to do is you take the little chute for vehicle mode and peg that into this piece, and then tab these onto where they go normally. So it's just one extra step, but it just is still quite a bit to do. And then the other side, then you could fold the feet down, not the feet, the hands down, and then fold up the neck piece. I should have done the neck piece before I did this, but then just slide that in. Well, that actually made it easier. So yeah, I'm gonna slide that in. You can't really move it much anymore. It kind of just stays like that. And then you can just fold these pieces back in. And then now that we have the feet in, and then you can just attach the feet back to where they go. What I'm doing right now is for him when he stands on the two leg, just on Long Haul and Rampage. But so instead of pegging this here where it normally goes, you instead and take it on the back, and these tabs will peg into these slots like this, and they just slide in the little gaps, and to make sure they're aligned correctly. It is a little tedious and hard to see, but once you get it, then it just kind of just rests like that. And then there is the front chest of Devastator fully upgraded with the kit, and it looks phenomenal. Like, I mean, this is just fantastic. So, and then now that you have Mixmaster's head on, you can combine all the other pieces of Devastator the same way as you would normally without the upgrade kit. But so I will quickly combine Devastator to show you how he looks with the kit in when he's standing on 2 legs. But then I'm going to go back to this, just Mixmaster and Scavenger, to show you how to adjust the head for having him on all 4s. So let me do that real quick. So here's Devastator on 2 legs with the upgrade kit. And so now that I already told you, so you can see this piece will not tab in. Like, I can push it and just does itself. I can't this is why I don't like this piece. That's also why I have him in all 4s all the time, because then you just can't see the piece. So it's really no one's concern. And the hands are off camera, but now that you see the hands, I have these prepared for him on all 4s. So yeah, this was kind of it. Just him on 2 legs, just to see how he looks with the kit. So yeah, let me get back to just Scavenger and Mixmaster and show you how to adjust the head to accommodate for him being on all 4s. So all that you're really doing to modify Devastator's head is you're just untapping the legs and untapping this faux wheel. Then unfolding these pieces and untapping from these faux wheels on the sides, which allows you to free up the head joint, and you can raise it all the way up, and then kind of close those pieces in and just leave Mixmaster's legs just dangling for the moment. So yeah, this is Mixmaster. And then Mixmaster's head does go out quite far now, and I think the purpose of the neck piece was to give it a little more support, but then I also do use his legs for that, and I just kind of rest them on overload to help support the head. But it does look quite cool like this, so you can look straight up. Look, you can't really look down, but yeah. So that's all you do. It allows you to raise his head up, and then let's just get him back. Let's just get him fully combined again and show you how to adjust him and show you how he looks like that. So as you can see, I had to give a lot more room to fit Devastator here, but really all you do is you just bend his legs, then it helps. So move this arm out of the way. It helps with long haul if you just helps with long haul if you just fold these pieces back, and then so you can fold at the ankle joint a bit farther. And then just do this. Hold on, I have to adjust the camera real quick. Now that y'all have a better look at Devastator, what you want to do with Scavenger's arm is really just, without messing up how it's supposed to be, is just bend it outward a little bit so the armor is showing, and kind of just bend it like this, and then this, and then the feet just situate themselves like that. And then if you unpeg the shoulder on accident, just Basically, it's like if you just dislocated his shoulder, just relocate it. That's not totally the right word. And then just continue to fiddle with the arms to make sure you can get them to stand up straight. And then with this arm, once again, fold out the shoulder. But make sure I have the arm, the crane like that. And then just have these little fingers out like this. And then like that. And this is how I have Devastator for having him on all fours. And I think it looks, the tube just untapped. Fix this. Bend at the elbow. So here we have Devastator on all fours, and then you can kind of just set the legs up to support the head. And here you can have him eating the whole desert. So it does help to have the room to actually show him like this. So he does it quite nice. And if we just rotate him around, you can do some minor adjustments to him to how he is standing, to make it look a little more accurate and realistic, while we also while we continue to mess up the arms, which seems to always get messed up. I don't know why. But yeah, so kind of just keeping everything together and just constantly readjusting everything to make sure he stands correctly without risking anything. So yeah, it looks quite nice. I love the upgrade kit, and as you can tell, I'm not using this piece because I don't want to have it falling off constantly, so I just put it off to the side. And then with the cannon from Mixmaster, you actually can use these tabs right there, peg the gun on like so, and you can have a little cannon on his arm, so you can pew pew bang bang the enemies with a cannon. And then you can also rotate the rocket launchers and to use those as well. But yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up this review of the DNA Design Upgrade Kit. Unfortunately, sorry that I did not go on how to put it in robot mode. I mean, not robot mode, vehicle mode. But I wanted to mainly focus on what the kit was designed for. And so that's what I did in this video. So yeah, I did hope you enjoy. I think I'm going to leave Devastator like this for a little bit because it's very time consuming. It's not that time consuming, it's just time consuming enough to where it gets annoying to literally have to take all the pieces off and decombine and all the things. But yeah, I'm going on a thing I don't need to go on. But so, like I said, I did hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please share, like, comment, subscribe, and check out any future videos, and check out all of the videos for Devastator and the Constructicons. And that's pretty much it. And stay tuned to see if I get any other upgrade kits for figures, and I should hopefully be reviewing those. So, and I will see you guys in the next one.